Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I actually wanted to talk about video games. And video games has been a part of my life for a long time and for a lot of people around the world today. It's a big part of our lives now and it's kind of crazy or even interesting how like video games is something that keeps us distracted and you know just having fun, I guess, with our friends. For me, when I first started video games, it was that consoles, when you would go with your friends, do the sleepovers and, play Call of Duty Zombies or some other multiplayer game like campaigns and, you would do that kind of stuff. So my question to you guys is what video game is nostalgic to you? And for me, I had to think this over and it's kind of random, but one of the video games that's really nostalgic to me is Midnight Club LA. And it's a racing game, and the thing about that game that made it nostalgic, surprisingly enough, was just cruising down in the free roam with just the music playing, and you would hear the song day and night. Um, it was just fun because you would just cruise down, in what would be the streets of LA, and at the time. When I was younger, I would always want to live in the big city because living in a rural town always felt so boring to me, or not per se like boring, but not many opportunities for me to do much or meet a lot of people. And that's the thing. It's like a lot of the stuff I did was because I wanted to have something that I didn't have. And Midnight Club LA was I was also into like Fast and Furious at the time, Tokyo Drift, and it made that that video game had that sensation like, oh, maybe I could drift like that or I could race like that. It's just when you're growing up, you find a lot of things fascinating, and so a video game, satisfies that sensation as a kid when you're younger, something that you wanted but you couldn't have, so you did it through a game. So that's why I'm wondering, like, what is a game that kind of you grew up with or found nostalgia through and enjoyed the most? And for me, Midnight Club LA, just cruising down, designing your own cars, making it cool, and just cruising with music was really fun to me. You know, I always used to play like, a lot of multiplayer games and like campaign, like story games. Those I love story games and ones that have like great story. I think the one that I enjoyed the most was, gotta think in the bottom of my head. Oh, the Star Wars of the Knights of the Old Republic. It's a pretty old game, but it definitely had that because I was also into Star Wars as a kid too, and had that feeling of like, ooh, I'm a Jedi or I'm part of the Star Wars universe. I know it's kind of a nerdy thing, but you know, video games is always something that's deep down into my heart, and I would always enjoy because that's where I made a lot of my friends too, and it's not always a bad thing. You have to keep your balance. You know, keep enjoy it while you can, and then do what you need to do outside, and that's the thing, like video games is, it's not always going to be, there's always different genres, and nowadays it's like people are getting into esports, like it's becoming a sport, it's going to become a sport in the Olympics now, which is pretty crazy. But it's funny how things work out and how people would bash on video games before. But yeah, uh anyways, I'd like to know in the comments down below what you guys think of this, and what video game is nostalgic to you, and like what makes that video game nostalgic, like any significance with like family or friends with that video game. Let me know down in the comments below. Anyways guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.